Yeah, obviously not one of our better showings. Got to give Ole Miss a ton of credit. They came ready. On the road, we did not come ready. I got to figure out how to do a better job making sure our guys are ready to go. Our first 10 possessions, we had 7 turnovers. We've been having some issues with turnovers throughout the year. This defense turns people over, and we didn't have our guys ready to go, not turn it over. And then maybe the most disappointing thing of the night, in my opinion, was our lack of effort on the offensive glass. I don't know if our guys didn't realize that's what's been keeping our offense going. We haven't been shooting it particularly well. We've had too many turnovers. Our offense hasn't been great this year, but the offensive rebounding rate's been really saving us in some of these games. And I believe the one offensive rebound in the first half on the box score, I believe, was given to Jaron on the missed dunk. I think they gave him a missed field goal, offensive rebound, turnover. So I think essentially we had 0 offensive rebounds in the first half. And then we ended the game with 3. If you take the one off, you shouldn't reward a missed dunk with an offensive rebound for hanging on the rim. So to go from 23 against A&M, who's one of the toughest teams in the country, and Ole Miss is tough too, nothing to take away from them, but you can't go from 23 to 3 and expect to win the game. Ole Miss defense is very good. Coach Beard's always had great defensive teams. Coach Adams is over there helping them. He's always had great defensive teams. Their switching definitely messed with us. As a staff, I thought we had our guys ready to go. We obviously did not. We got to do a way better job. A&M's got a similar defense, but they don't switch 1 through 5 on and off the ball like Ole Miss did as much. And for the few times that we were able to make them pay, the rest of the game, we just got super stagnant. We only had 11 assists to 21 turnovers, and we weren't ready to go. And you know what? Defensively, we definitely had some mistakes, and we should have been better. But we lost this game on the offensive end. We lost the game with our turnovers, our lack of effort on the offensive glass. Guys that we count on to go get offensive rebounds came through with nothing for us tonight, and we got to do a better job making sure our guys mentally are ready to go and understand how tough these games are every single night out in the SEC.
You guys tally up the blue collar points for tonight?
Yeah, we did. It was it might have been a season low. It's a little disappointing on what they termed blue collar night. We had 72 and a half to their 89 and a half, so they almost had 20 more than we did. So again, I told our guys in the locker room after the game, we have to deserve to win, and we didn't deserve to win this game. Ole Miss came in, and they deserved to win the game. You have to deserve it with your preparation going into the game, and then you got to deserve it with your effort once you're in the game. And we the team that deserved to win tonight won the game tonight.
How big of a momentum swing was the 2 missed free throws that Grant had after the technical, and then just is that a mental thing with you guys with the free throws? How do you kind of fix that?
Yeah, I mean, it would have definitely helped. I told our guys, we missed 7 of them. That didn't lose us the game, but I've been telling them if we don't fix it, it is going to lose us the game. If this would have been a 1 or 2 possession game, maybe you point to that as costing us the game. Obviously, if he would have stepped to the line in a few of those situations and made them, it would have maybe helped us get on a run. It's mental with some of them for sure, but here's my thing with them. Free throws are the one thing in the game of basketball that has no variables other than the variables you put in your own head. And if you want to have confidence, you got to earn confidence. You can't talk yourself into being confident. You earn the confidence by putting up hundreds, and if you need to, thousands of. And shooting a free throw doesn't put wear and tear on your body. Even on an off day when you're supposed to be recovering, you can come in and shoot hundreds of free throws. So we've been on the guys. We're starting to chart it a lot more. It's something that's beyond frustrating for me. My guess would be, Grant shot a lot of them the last couple of days, but, I'm not sure how many leading up till, it started to be an issue over the last week or two, a real issue. So Free throws are a deal that you got to spend time every day working on, and we obviously got to spend some time on it because we had too many guys stepping up, not making the free throws when they needed to step up there and make them for us.
Just a curiosity here, something that really didn't affect the outcome probably, but when y'all went to full court press last couple minutes of the game, there's no pressure on the inbounds passer. Was that because y'all were trying to get a good free throw shooter double teamed or some other reason?
No, we're trying to keep the ball out of the point guard's hands, and I think it's better. Personally, I think you turn people over better that way. I think putting them on the inbounder, you can go trap right away, but I felt like they were trying to get it to their best free throw shooter right away, which twice they got it to their poorest free throw shooter, and we weren't close enough to foul them. Again, though, that's like an effort thing. When the guy on him is supposed to be denying him the ball, and somehow he's so far off him that he can catch it and throw it back to the inbounder without getting fouled, we weren't playing hard enough. But that was the thought in the press, putting them off the ball to try to get a steal on the inbounds pass, keep it out of the point guard's hands, force somebody else, which we did, and then we just weren't playing hard enough to foul the guy that we wanted to foul as soon as he caught it.
Yeah, the offensive rebounds, I mean, that was a bit of an outlier, but, I mean, how concerned are you about the direction this offense is headed after this game?
Yeah, I think we should all be pretty concerned, to be honest with you. I mean, like, we're not aggressive. Other than on the rebounds, the guards didn't come off attacking a switch like we tried to coach them to do. You know, we're not shooting the ball very well, but part of that is we're not getting very good shots. So, you know, I mean, we only shot 23s. Now, part of that was their switching because they'd switch and our guys wouldn't be ready to attack the switch, and then you're not pulling the help in. Like, I think we will figure it out. You know, I think Coach Pannone, Coach Bowman, myself spend most of the time on the offensive side, and we'll spend a lot of time evaluating this one, but we're going to definitely have to get back to getting to the offensive boards. That's been saving our offense. And I don't know if the guys just felt like they didn't need to anymore or what, but that obviously didn't work very well for us.
Coach, I know against Illinois, Coach Sears had a game where he didn't play well. The last couple of games, LeBaron's had trouble getting into a rhythm. How do you get his confidence back and get him going?
I think some of that stuff's an effort thing. Like when sometimes when guys are struggling, you play hard, you make some blue collar plays. I mean, he didn't have many tonight. You make some effort plays, you play aggressive, you get downhill, get yourself going a little bit. I thought, you know, his blue collar plays, his effort plays have been higher in the past. You know, and I told the whole team, like, you got to earn the right to play well. Like, are you spending enough time in the gym working on your game outside of practice, or are we having to beg you to get in the gym? It's like some of these guys got to get in the gym and work on their game. You know, we're not going to practice them for 3 hours a day at this point in the season. You know, we've kept practices short, hour 15. We went an hour 20 yesterday. We didn't practice Sunday at all. So, you know, how much are they getting in the gym working on their own? Like, you got to deserve to play well. I'm not sure right now everybody on our team deserves to play well.
At halftime, you kind of called it sleepwalking. How disappointing is that to see in a game where you're trying to stay in first place?
It's disgusting, to be honest with you. With the amount of fifth-year seniors we have and the leadership that should be shown on this team, to have guys not come in ready to play, it starts with me because I'm supposed to be the one motivating these guys, and I obviously didn't motivate them very well to make sure they're ready. So I'm going to have to look in the mirror, see what I didn't do. We're going to have a good talk with some of these seniors that are supposed to be our leaders and figure out why we weren't ready to go tonight, because it's very disappointing, it's disgusting, and it's frustrating. And it's not like we lost to a bad team. This is a really good team. I mean, they're in first place. You know, them and Auburn are tied now, first place in the league. But, you know, we didn't lose because they were just a far superior team tonight. I felt like we lost because they came ready to play. They brought energy. They brought effort. And we did not. That's a frustrating way to lose.
last 10 minutes you were talking about self-inflicted wounds, but just based on what you saw from Ole Miss tonight, just from a personnel standpoint and just the way that they played defensively, do you see Ole Miss as one of those teams that could potentially be, a double-bye team by the time March comes around, SEC, considering how tough the league has been this year?
They're proving it right now. I mean, they've got 2 tough road wins. They've their style's a little bit different than most, particularly on the defensive end. They've got good, hard-nosed, tough players. I mean, you look at some of the guys, they've got 7 kids on that team that scored 1,000 points or more in their career. So the way they look tonight, I think they should be in the mix to win the whole thing, not just be a double-bye team, but I think they're going to be in the mix to win the whole thing. I mean, at this point, 4 games in, we no longer have full control of our own destiny since we don't get them again. Somebody else is going to have to beat them. We're going to have to take care of business, and they're going to be in the mix, I think. So they're a good team. You got to give them a bunch of credit for the way we played tonight too. I mean, I'm disappointed with our effort, the way we came out ready to play, but you got to give them a ton of credit with the way they guard, the way they play. They were ready to go.
And Nate, what kind of problems does a player like Dia present to you guys in the front court with just his kind of skill set and shiftiness there?
Yeah, he obviously presented a lot tonight. We knew he was good. I thought some of their guards had been some of their higher scorers coming in, but when we switched, he seemed to be able to punish us on the switch a little bit more. He got it inside. When he did miss, he went right back up, got his own misses a lot. I mean, he was a problem for us tonight. So we may have screwed up some of the matchups. He played 31 minutes. I didn't play Cliff nearly as much. I probably should have played Cliff more, matched up with him, switched less. But he was an issue tonight. We got to do a better job preparing for bigs like that.
Obviously not the outcome, but Chris Youngblood definitely gets some good hustle plays and also finish well around the basket. What did you think of him and how he could be like a spark plug for you guys?
Yeah, maybe, it's hard to pick out any kind of silver line in this, but he played heavy minutes, seemed like his body was responding better. He didn't shoot it particularly great, 3 of 10, but I think he's getting more comfortable in the offense, so making some tough plays. He's also, he had some screw-ups too, but hopefully he's more comfortable. I thought Holloway showed pretty well. He's the one guy that shot pretty well tonight. We didn't score it very well at all, but, he ended up in double figures, leading us to score with 15. So, and I thought defensively he was a little bit better than he'd been too. So, which evidenced by that he played almost 30 minutes, so he got more minutes than normal. So, but nobody was good enough for us to win this game, including the head coach, and we got to be better moving forward. So we got a tough one on the road against Kentucky.